Wowee, what a beauty. Electromagnetic suspension of a globe. I've got one or two in my collection, but this is the nicest design I've seen, and it was a Christmas present, even better, this year. But is it really suspended? Let me just check it out, make sure there's no hidden wires anywhere. Now what about over the top? Is there a hidden fine cord at the top? Nylon, invisible cord? No, nothing there at all, completely clean. So it really is magnetic suspension, but so elegantly done. Sits now on my mantelpiece in my living room, reminding me of Christmas just gone and of a year of toys to come. I hope, anyway. I also received on Christmas a great number of Christmas cards, which I want to show, because the best of them, about 12 of them, are really something else. I send out about 160 every year, and on the 6th of January I clear them, but these ones here are just too good to throw away. This one here, for instance, is from Rufus, who invented this process, this whole process of getting animation with a little piece of acetate and a grid on it, and a penguin, or many other creatures, this one's a penguin behind it, and it's signed by the master himself, so it's very precious to me. So no chance of throwing that away. I've got to keep it and treasure it. And a Japanese puzzle friend sent this strange one to me. It asks you, where is Santa Claus? Where is Nicholas, St. Nicholas? Well, the answer is you turn it upside down and suddenly he appears. Well, slightly modern art form, but there we are. He's recognisable, St. Nick, I think. Nice one from the Japanese. And an old French joke, because in England we call Christmas Noël, which is a French term. And this old joke has been out for years. There's an N there, there's an O, there's an E, but there's no letter L. So that's what they mean by this. Noël, 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 there's no L. Nice version. I've had several versions, but this is the best drawn version of that nice English pun. Then there's plenty of optical illusions amongst the cards here. This is the first of them. This is the Roger Shepherd table, which is done in the form of books. Those two tomes, those two books look so different. Yet when you put this little thing over the top, you find that exactly matches the top of that book. And most surprisingly, it exactly matches the top of this book, which is long and thin. Couldn't look more different. So instead of turning the tables, it's turning the tomes. Lovely idea, but a very nice optical illusion of a well-known effect. And Richard Robinson, who runs a superb science fair in Brighton, sends this something interesting every year. This is the old inverse perspective idea. It's supposed to be a Christmas parcel. When you hold it very steady for a moment, it looks like a solid parcel, but actually it's hollow. So as you move it, it appears to do very strange things, as if it's sitting on some sort of swivel. It's an extraordinary effect, isn't it? But in fact, it's an inverse perspective toy. It goes flat and opens up like that, but at that position, it's about the best version. Then a friend of mine, Mark Satti-Ducati, who I see every year at the New York Toy Fair, and this is him himself, always designs a really, really outstanding card. I don't think I've ever thrown any of his away. And this is quite a long narrative, so I'll just skim through it. But he's basically asking you to turn the page. Notice that there's a thing he calls the snowbird. It's like a blackbird, actually, there. And cat footprints there. And then he asks you to turn the thing upside down, turn it over. And now, when we turn that first page over, something wonderful happens. A very fine optical illusion, because what looked like a blackbird, a snowbird, turns into a black cat sitting in the snow. Extraordinary. This way up, it's a bird, quite clearly. This way up, it's the same figure, but turns into a cat lying in the snow, looking at you with the two eyes. It's Verbeek stuff from 1905. I've got books on that wonderful artist, Mr. Old Man Moffat, etc. So this is a lovely version of upside-down drawing. Very well done indeed, so something definitely to treasure. Then there's these beautiful animation ones. This is something we've had on our website for many years now. This is the Christmas version. Wow, what a cheerful card, and it folds flat too. Superb, isn't it? From my card of London. And then from Canada, from some friends, I got this wonderful pop-out card like this, but this is also, it doesn't animate, but it does play when I push here. That's a cheerful one, isn't it? And the light inside on this is flickers, as if there's actually a firelight there, which is nice, a nice feature. So another cheerful Christmas carol. It closes up beautifully. That's a treasure too. And a niece of mine gave me a very, very nice bit of paper engineering, a flat card which pushes up into 3 dimensions. When you push it down to hold it, that sits up as a sort of igloo, and this wobbles slightly. And that's a very nice design of a card. There's so many bits of really masterful paper engineering, and this is a good example of it. The way it flattens like that is just marvellous. And here's another one, which is also 3D. This is one of these 3D printed effects, done by laser cutting. It's completely flat, narrow card, but when you open it up, look at what happens. We've got a snowman and a Christmas tree, all cut, laser cut with very great precision in order to make it work, otherwise it doesn't work, but all of them fold completely flat like that. So something else to treasure, I think. Then there's a good friend of mine who loves finding new materials, and his Christmas card, he wrote to me here, and he's in a little window here, it looks like a television set. He's got a strange form of, it's a bit like holospecs. It makes patterns when the light shines through it. So, but something, it's not quite holospecs, it's a new type of printing, I think. I don't know how to do it. If I pull it away, you'll see a very nice star appears in the window there. That's a bit too close, but pull it away to about there, and a very, very clear star appears. And he's got loads and loads of this stuff. He's making all sorts of exciting things with flickering lights inside lamps and balls and spheres and cylinders with that strange type of material, making those beautiful stars. That's a lovely one. And I think my prize one for the year is this one here from Japan, which is just out of this world almost. It's a beautiful box to hold it in. Here's the Christmas card itself. Solid. We need this. That's very important, the paperclip. And it's a 360-degree book. So when you open it up like this, you see a wonderful Christmas scene, all with reindeers and igloos and snowmen and all sorts of things. And now we'll hold it with the paperclip and admire the full contents. Look at this. Start about here, and you slowly turn it around and see all these wonderful scenes. Isn't that superb? So that can never be thrown away in a year and a day. It's just too beautiful for words, and packed up in a little box. So all these cards here are something that I really take a delight in, and will be keeping these in my collection forever and a day. Looking forward to next Christmas. Happy New Year to you.